Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, Mexican boxing fans, pay attention here. This is something you can learn from, when you watch us, the black boxers and the black boxing fans. You might learn a little something here. Why sometimes we disagree with things of how we treat our fighters. Right now is a perfect example, but we should learn from it, that you can understand where the differences come from, right? Here you go. Right now, all right, a good fighter right now that everybody kind of agrees on is a good fighter, maybe even a top 10 pound for pound fighter, even though they haven't fought anybody else out of the top 10 pound for pound. And that'll be Jerron Boots Ennis, right? We've heard about him, he's being pushed up a little bit on Terrence Crawford. Some people try to put him in there. Terrence Crawford needs to fight this guy. So, when you see Terrence Crawford need to fight somebody, then if it ain't a Klitschko or Alexander Usyk or somebody in the heavyweight division, then if it's somebody else on the planet, then that person better be good if you're going to even mention Terrence Crawford, right, in his name, in the sentence. So, Jerron Boots Ennis has at least been named in the sentence with Terrence Crawford for about the last year or so. And he's a good fighter. Just do the eye test. Just a damn good fighter, exceptional fighter. So, Jerron Boots Ennis is a fighter who's in the welterweight division who can't get any of the other champions to fight him because he's pretty damn good. Barrios ain't gonna do it, a Stanionis ain't gonna do it, or whoever the other one is. They just ain't gonna we're gonna do something else. Brian, what is his name? Something. I forget his name. Johnson, Brian something. I forget his name. He ain't gonna do it. They want to throw all kind of money at him. He ain't gonna do it, right? So they just not gonna fight him. We ain't gonna fight him. So when I was telling you yesterday that, Jerron Ennis can't even get an opportunity to become undisputed at that weight class. Now, right now, everybody's on Jerron Boots Ennis because he won't fight Vergil Ortiz at 154 pounds. Matter of fact, quotes like, he looked like a sucker right now. Ooh, that's a big duck right now. You ducking Ortiz. You look like a sucker. All of those things are raining in on Jerron Boots Ennis because Boots Ennis wants to stay at 147 pounds. You saw that from his last fight against Karen Chukakian or whatever. Karen, he had to fight him even 2 times because he's trying to stay down there and get some legacy before moving up. So, but everybody in boxing is on him for, they saying he's ducking Ortiz. That's how we treat our good fighters. You see? Everybody, you should see the energy. All this energy, right? All this energy. Now me, I'm looking at this in a couple of ways. I'm looking at this like, boy, your boy is playing chess, Jerron Ennis. Alexander Usyk did something very similar when he fought Derek Chisora in the heavyweight division. He knew he couldn't go in there looking exceptional against Derek Chisora if he's going to get Anthony Joshua. Because he was just undisputed at cruiserweight, obviously awesome. And he went in there and had a close fight with Derek Chisora. I think Jerron Ennis is trying to do something similar because, look, I better look mortal here for people to fight me. Black exceptional fighters don't get fights, okay? Himself, this same guy that they're saying he's avoiding or ducking, right, has avoided or ducked him on 2 or 3 occasions already. And while the people are coming out saying that he doesn't look good for not fighting Vergil Ortiz at a higher weight class, they won't even mention that Ortiz has already avoided him before. Right? Won't even mention. Just get straight on Jerron Ennis. They should say, lead with, Ortiz has avoided him a couple of times already in the past. This time it could be him. So, it's 2-1. Right? No one won't even mention that. Now, Jerron Ennis, they won't mention that the other champions won't fight him. You should go in on Brian, I forget his name, go in on him. You should go in on Stanionis. You should go in on Barrios for not fighting somebody, the other champion in their division, before going in on Boots Ennis. They won't do that either. They should also mention the fact that, damn, well, Boots Ennis is an exceptional fighter if they can't get fights, right? Does anybody call those other people names? Is anybody calling Isaac Cruz a sucker for having an elimination fight against another feather-fisted exceptional black fighter in Shakur Stevenson, not taking that fight, right? Is anybody talking bad about William Cepeda right now for having it being the mandatory for Shakur Stevenson, but won't take that fight? Does anybody say anything about Canelo Alvarez calling Demetrius Andrade a horrible fighter, but that horrible fighter has the last belt for Canelo Alvarez not to fight for undisputed at the middleweight division? Did anybody call Canelo Alvarez, you looking like a sucker right now for not fighting Demetrius Andrade for $40 million and becoming the first undisputed Mexican champion in middleweight division? Anybody call Jaime Munguia a sucker for being the mandatory for Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo, the mandatory, and just say, I'm not fighting those fights? Look like a sucker? Anybody call Jose Ramirez, 140 pounds, a sucker for not taking an elimination fight against your boy who just lost here? Forget his name, the brother, left-hand brother that just lost to Catterall, right? Anybody call Ryan Garcia a sucker for not fighting Devin Haney when he was his mandatory trying to fight anybody else? Anybody call Lomachenko a sucker for not fighting little young Devin Haney that's calling him Nomachenko at 20 years old, and he's going up here to fight for a franchise title and asking for a franchise title? And anybody call anybody a sucker for taking the franchise title, right? All these suckers running around, and we got the nerve to call Jerron Boots Ennis a sucker because he's not taking this fight. Now, should he take your boy Ortiz? Why not? Go up. Talk to the IBF. Yo, I just got to do something real quick. I'll be right back down to fight. I'm going to go up here and fight Ortiz, who we've been trying to fight. Plus, I'm going to go make a lot of money. It's a high-profile fight. And I'm going to go do this. Yes, I would rather him see the fight. But I'm not going to sit up here and call this brother a sucker when I'm watching suckers every damn day in the boxing. And before I call him a sucker, I'm going to make sure to call the other one suckers first. And then we can get to this latest sucker move, right? That's my only point here. That's like I seen a headline today. I hope I didn't hear Stephen A. Smith call Kamala Harris sucks, or she sucked. I just hope I didn't hear that. Sounds like a house nig to me. But what's gonna be? We're gonna see the suckers when we what we got in our cabinet now. Criminals everywhere. We gonna end up being the sucker. At the end of the day, Jerron Boots Ennis ain't doing no more sucker moves than anybody we watch every damn day. Could you please mention that before going in on this brother? Do we want him to fight Ortiz? Yeah, but we've been wanting it a long time, and Ortiz was the problem. Just mention that before going up. He has his reasons why he's not doing this one right now. Who knows what they are? And even if he just said, I'm ducking him now. We'll just stand in line behind Canelo, who from ducking, became the face of boxing. Stand in line with Jaime Munguia, who just ducked his way into the big fight. Right? While we calling David Morrell and David Benavidez names, instead of calling them great, they can't even get a shot at a title. They got to go move up to a higher weight because somebody's sucker moving right now, right in front of your face. You see what I'm saying? That's my only point here. But Mexicans, learn. That's how black people roll. We don't give a damn. We ain't trying to have no sucker moves no matter how much we like somebody. Just because he's black don't mean he gets to get away with stuff. Learn from that. That's all we're asking from you guys. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.